Sweet Tea with Coach Key.
Let's just get down to it.
Welcome to Sweet Tea with Coach Key. Coach Key.
Sweet Tea with Coach Key.
Real life stories of inspiration, perseverance, and prosperity.
Turn your radio up as loud as possible.
Sweet Tea with Coach Key.
I hope you have your teacups ready because she has the sugar.
Nothing like a cup of brown sugar to sweeten my day.
Now let's enjoy some Sweet Tea with Coach Key.
Sweet Tea with Coach Key. Day and welcome to this week's episode of Sweet Tea with Coach Key. This episode is going to be fairly short. I have just been, it's just halfway through the week, right? But I have just been in this spirit of gratitude, man. I don't think it has anything to do with the holiday season, which I am so grateful for the holiday season as well. Oh, and I'm going to include this other little part that I thought, will also be valuable considering I just mentioned the holiday season. Anyway, so you don't have to search for bad news, right? You can literally get on the elevator with somebody and get bad news. You can literally walk down the street and get bad news. Like you can roll over and get bad news. You can open your Instagram, open your Facebook, or just type Google. Whatever you happen to search, there is some bad news regarding that topic. Turn on the TV, bad news. There is no effort in finding bad news. However, being grateful, thankful, finding things to rejoice about does sometimes take effort. And the reason why I mentioned my spirit of gratitude lately is because I don't know about you all, but God has been doing a great work in me in 2019. 2019 didn't start off super bad because I know that I've seen worse days in my life. But knowing how my 2019 started and what I'm looking at in front of me right now today, oh my goodness, like he has done a great work in me. And I'm so grateful and so, oh my goodness, so out of this world, just intentional about setting that time aside to just tell my father, like hug him and tell him, I am so grateful. I am so grateful. And if you're wondering, how in the world does she hug Jesus? Well, he lives in me. So that hug looks like me hugging myself pretty much, like, because he lives in me. But I am just encouraging you to set time aside, even though you may not have reached all your goals for 2019, although you may not have the reality right now that you would consider ideal right now in 2019. Don't discount the experience. Don't discount the wisdom. Don't discount where you are because it is valuable. As I said, 2019, the beginning did not look the way it looks now. I had what I thought was a great position. I was working with a nonprofit on the side while also, I was working with two nonprofits actually on the side while also pursuing, entrepreneurship. Coach Keisha Austin, what you're listening to right now. And one of the nonprofits was not at all what I thought that it, was when I came on board. So that was a season where God was calling me to be more bold, and me to address things head on and calling it for what it is and making a decision to transition out of that relationship with that company. And it was something, it wasn't, I did it gracefully, but it wasn't a comfortable situation. So here we are today, and I'm so grateful. Oh my goodness, just my mindset, the opportunities, the fact that girl in 2019, earlier this year kept going. Oh my goodness. She kept relying on Jesus. She kept fasting. She kept going. She kept trying. Oh my goodness. Kept praying. Kept believing. Oh my goodness. That right there is enough to be grateful for. Even if right now when you woke up, when you turned on this podcast, if your life is not where you want it to be, right? The fact that you didn't stop when it transitioned from the good cushy experience to the now uncomfortable, inconvenient situation. The fact that you didn't quit is enough for you to be so grateful within itself. And the last thing I wanted to mention was, excuse me, a couple years ago, I don't remember exactly what my mindset was, but I started to question when Jesus' birthday really was, because I was having a conversation with my children about the purpose, the reason for Christmas, once they could truly understand it, because I didn't grow up in church. So they didn't have the church, because I didn't take them to church. They didn't have that knowledge from church. So me and my husband went on this whole, I guess this history lesson, or this knowledge surrounding Christmas. And when I left the conversation, I didn't really feel, am I being truthful? So I remember one day I was doing something. It always happens when I'm doing something that has nothing to do with what I'm thinking. I think I may have been like driving in a parking deck or something. Excuse me. And it came to me, well, what if your birthday isn't on, or what if Jesus' birthday isn't on the 25th? And it was, I don't remember exactly, I remember this maybe 2 years ago, but now it's fading, the exact words that he spoke to me, but it was somewhere in the realm of celebrate it anyway. Or if you don't celebrate it on the 25th, when are you going to celebrate it? Or are you not going to celebrate it never, because you don't know exactly when? And how will you know exactly when? It was something that what he said was so profound in my spirit. It was all of that in like 3 or 4 words. And I don't remember exactly what it was. But it got me to thinking, if I am so, like for instance, if I'm so hell-bent on trying to figure out the exact day, the exact time, and I'm missing all of the opportunities that I could use to praise him and celebrate the fact that it actually happened. So that's my perspective as it relates to Christmas. There is no other day that I have intentionally set aside. Business is closed. The world as we know it is all on the same accord with celebrating the life of Jesus being born. That is, oh my goodness, extraordinary, out of this world. And I am not going to miss or pass up the opportunity to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. You all have a great week, and I will talk to you all next week. Take care.